Alright, so let's go for a Molten Heights loot run. I kind of want to get an absolution, but any other mythic that's worth any money is also fine. It's not a particularly big deal. Definitely gonna go for the orange here. Just looking for a rainbow. So like at the start, you always want to take these oranges just to make sure you get more chances to get the rainbow beacon. Pretty standard stuff. And the mobs are gonna be really easy at the beginning, so you just want to kill them as fast as possible. Make sure you can clear everything out. The server is like slightly laggy, I think, but that's just how it's been since the Fruma update. Hopefully they get to improve the performance a bit as time goes on. An early rainbow would be nice, but it's also fine. So on this one, I'm actually going to go for the pink, because the pink beacon, well, this cave is very easy to get. And also it just gives me an extra beacon choice. Some people would go for the blue beacon there instead, I think. But I personally like having the one extra beacon choice. And also the cave is pretty much just like that. You just finish it. I'm gonna go for an aqua here. Just in case we get a good beacon, like an orange or a rainbow next one, you just get to aqua stack it. And these defend missions go for 30 seconds, which do last for quite a while. But if you have some sort of AoE, like maybe like a rift or some kind of totem if you're playing shaman, it should be no big deal. I think as rift, I had a bit of more trouble doing these defend missions before Fruma. Because if you're not in time locked mode before Fruma, then it would be a bit hard to kill anything when you're outside of time lock. But now you have a bunch of AoE abilities. I think Riftwalker is a lot more balanced now, in the sense that you're not always relying on time locked. I don't even need to go rift bound sometimes. But yeah, pretty standard stuff. We're just gonna get this chest and move on. Okay. I might even consider switching servers, because this server is a bit laggy, but we'll see. I'm gonna take the orange here, just pretty standard stuff. We are still searching for the rainbow, so I'm just gonna use my ult there. Just blast away the objective. Let's see what mission we get. Orphan's Grace, Redemption, and Materialism. It's always good to have a sacrifice for in case you don't get something good on your rolls. But yeah, we're gonna go for Redemption there, and we're also gonna go for Aqua, just in case we can get an Aqua stacked rainbow. Now the objective for this Redemption is just getting offered beacons, so we can expect the mission to be done really soon, and we're gonna have to take a gray beacon, but hopefully we can get our rainbow set up before then. Usually you don't want to waste your time taking these gray beacons, so sometimes delaying the first mission is a bit more ideal, but you know, that just depends on what's required to complete the mission. In this case, we can't really do anything about getting offered beacons, so we just have to roll with it. That guy is dead. And let's see. I guess we'll go for the orange here. Always nice to have an aqua stacked orange. It's a bit better to not get too many oranges, but when we're searching for rainbows, we really do want to max out on it. Like later in the run, when we already have rainbow, you don't want to take oranges that are not really going to contribute to your run at all. Let's see. The guy's gonna spawn right about here. There we go. and just take him out like that. I did try to go Riftbound, but I don't think my input registered right. Or at least I did it wrong, so... But I mean, early mobs are always fine, so... Okay, yeah, so we don't have any kind of good beacon here. I'm gonna reroll this. A Vibrant Aqua is kind of interesting. I do want to take that. Now I know that we have a gray beacon there, but I'm gonna take an Aqua. The worst case scenario is probably we have to Aqua stack something like a gray beacon next round. But if I can Aqua stack a rainbow, that would be really nice. So we did Redemption, we are skipping the gray, just for like one mission. It's gonna take up a bit more beacon space than we would like. But we'll get the gray soon, so no worries. Okay, I guess we're going for the gray then. Just get 5 mission choices, which is really nice. Looking for something like Chronokinesis, maybe Optimism to help me set up the run. Backup beat is also really nice. Just gonna destroy this. And we should be able to get a mission. Oh, there we go, Optimism. Optimism is really nice to have when you're setting up the run, because it allows you to get Rainbow really fast. I'm gonna take the Aqua beacon over here, because I want to Aqua stack something. If I can't Aqua stack the Rainbow, like let's say if Rainbow doesn't show up, then I'm just gonna Aqua stack a red or something, get a bit more challenges. If white shows itself, I might even Aqua stack white, because I just want to be able to get my Rainbow in, not have to worry about picking reds. I think white is better to take earlier. It becomes a bit less useful later in the run. It's more like a big run extender. This defend mission should be pretty easy. I think we're gonna kill the miner as well, which usually doesn't happen, but the enemies are really weak early in the game. I think the pool for this week's loot run is not that lucrative in terms of materials, but Molten Heights has an Absolution, which I want to get for my Shaman. Because I was thinking about making an Absolution build for raids. Oh, there we go. We have a Rainbow for 20 beacons, which is always nice to see. Finally it appears. And then after this Rainbow is up, I'm probably gonna finish Optimism. And then try to Aqua stack another Rainbow, just to secure the rest of the run. But okay, after this beacon, I do need to just get a white first. So I'm gonna take this... I'm gonna take this red, no fooling around. You can also go... I think I could have gone and taken the Aqua into re-rolling for a white beacon, but I just didn't want to risk it. You know, it's not guaranteed that the white would have shown up, even if I used my 2 rerolls, so just didn't want to take any risk there. Yep, there we go, we have white there. I don't think it'd be good to take white here. Maybe it would. Maybe it's fine actually. But okay, I'm just gonna take Azer also, just to take a boon. There's really a lot of options here, there's nothing that's bad. I'm gonna save the white because I do want to Aqua stack it. Just so I don't have to take so many reds later. We do have 20 spaces for a Rainbow, which is why I'm okay with not rushing the white. Okay, we got this guy, let's kill him. Chain Lightning. Oh, not Chain Lightning. I did not toggle it properly. I'm just gonna save it for the last guys then. And that's that. Strength is pretty good. I'm gonna take elemental damage because my weapon is a rainbow weapon. I'm gonna aqua stack this, hopefully aqua stack this into a white, and then we can focus on getting our aqua stack to rainbow. We don't really have to worry about doing Optimism because that thing is just gonna complete itself. So no need to like stack purples or like try to complete the mission in a rush. We're still working on getting our rainbow in. And okay, we got a white beacon. That's gonna be 30 challenges. So yeah, if you can aqua stack your white with a rainbow active, that is probably the most ideal scenario. You know, if you have to take it with like no aqua stack or no rainbow, then that's fine as well. White really is just a way to, the way I see it, like white beacons are just a way to buy you time to aqua stack another rainbow or aqua stack your first rainbow if you haven't had it yet. So most of the run extension is still going to be done using reds for the most part. You just need to be able to get rainbows active or like the rainbow beacon active. Where is the last guy? Oh, there he is. I could not see him for some reason. And I'm kind of getting slimed out, so I think I will be using this. I'm just gonna do that. I have no idea where this last guy is. There we go. Could not see him for some reason. Alright, this one, I don't think there are any blazes here. They should all just jump to me. Gonna go to this guy manually though. And the boss should be spawning. There we go. Gonna use my Rift down. Not really that optimal, but you know, the boss is dead. You can't really complain. And okay, what do we want to do here? I think I will go for a... I was thinking of pink or green, but I think I'll go for the pink. Green is a bit of an easier challenge to do, to just get out of the way. But I kind of wanted an aqua, so I could aqua stack a rainbow. I think aqua just did not show up though. So we should expect it to show up next beacon. I guess in the meantime, I'll just get 2 beacon rerolls. Because I can use those beacon rerolls to force out a rainbow beacon. Optimism is gonna come up really soon, so the timing is quite good. Yeah, we're just gonna slime this guy out. Take a bit of damage, but that's okay. Chest usually spawns about here. There we go. And okay, we do have an aqua beacon right here. So next beacon, Optimism is going to be complete. We're going to force the rainbow beacon out. And we have enough rerolls to do that. We're just going to force an aqua stack rainbow, just be settled for the rest of the run pretty much. Which is always really nice to have. I'm going to try to nuke the second wave here as well. I think they spawn kind of on the outskirts. I don't think third wave is gonna spawn in time, but let's see. Oh, that's such perfect timing. So my black hole just collapsed right as the enemies spawned. And that just killed everyone in one shot. Okay, so let's see a rainbow. No, we got a gray. Let's roll that out of here. Let's roll these out of here. There we go. Wow, Optimism is broken. Getting a rainbow on 3 choices by force. That is so nice. Yeah, so Optimism is just really awesome as a mission. Like, now that I've done that sequence of beacon choices, I'm able to just sit back on this rainbow for the next 70 challenges, if the run even lasts that long. So basically safeguards the rest of your run. Optimism being an early mission, like early first or second mission, really helps with you know, just guaranteeing that you can get that rainbow without too much hassle. I get to save 2 more rerolls as well. I didn't have to use all of them. And that's just so nice to have. For the rest of the run as well, I'll be able to dictate pretty much exactly which beacons I want. So, super useful. But yeah, that is our rainbow done. We have a lot of challenges left as well. So I think I'm just gonna play for missions. Let's see, what do I even want here? I think I'll just get the gray out of the way. Just complete my missions. There is an aqua that I was considering of getting, but when I have the gray right here, I might as well take it. Not really sure what I want from this gray. Maybe something to build poles would be nice. Looking for either Chronokinesis, Opal Offering. You know, backup beat is also really nice. But something to build poles would be good. I'm thinking Chronokinesis because you just get poles from chests. And that's just like super convenient. You don't really have to work for these poles. This Dragon Delta is one of the longer caves in Molten Heights. Depending on what build you're running, what class you're running, you always want to watch out for this guy here at the end. Since I'm on Riftwalker, I just want to nuke him as fast as possible, really. Because if you let him get his attack off, it can be quite dangerous if you are a squishy. Okay, we got a Hoarder, Stasis, Requiem, Materialism. Materialism is only really used for yellow run. Requiem, pretty useless, because it's very temporary buff. Stasis is decent if it takes you a while to get from mission to mission, so I would recommend Stasis on Shaman or maybe even Warrior. I will take Hoarder here, because it's very easy to complete, and also I get free boots if I open a bunch of chests. So, you know, not the worst thing to have. We don't really have much beacon choices here. I was hoping to get an aqua right now, but well, we'll just go for the blue. And this cave is also a very easy cave to complete, so nothing really gonna stop us from getting the free boon here. Can also help with a bit of the scaling. Looking for maybe a health boon or something of that sort. Server is slightly laggy, but that's okay. Let's see. Health. But that's instant health, which is not the best. I'm gonna take defense, because that's a way of getting effective health. And okay, here we have another example. You know, no aqua beacon showing up. It is pretty unlucky, but like it's not the worst thing in the world. Ideally, we want to aqua stack maybe some greens to get a bit of time. But really we want to get an aqua soon to actually aqua stack the crimson. Crimson Beacon is coming up on challenge 20. Sometimes it might not come up because on 3 beacon choices it's pretty rare. But yeah, aside from that, we just want to have an aqua stack running really, if possible. I'm just gonna take this and then slime this guy out. Whoa, he just flung me so far away. And there we go. Not that optimal, but it's gonna work. If I do get another boon, I would like mana, but I don't think we're gonna get that. I think I'll take the elemental damage yet again. Okay, so we got an aqua over there. We are definitely just gonna go for that. We can even force out the first crimson if we want to. But you know, the first crimson is not that important to get. It's just more convenient if it shows up early. So we don't need to waste beacon rerolls on it really. We're not really gonna force it too much until like maybe a few challenges later. If it takes too long to come, then we'll force it out. But if not, then you can just let it come naturally and just play for something else in the meantime. I'm gonna put an ice, well, not an ice, but a frozen tornado. Just to get a bit more coverage. I'm just gonna activate my ult now. Yep, and everyone is dead. There we go. Yeah, the server is really laggy, so let's see. I wonder what I want to force out. Let me go back to the hub, join a server that's less laggy. Asia is really suffering today. Maybe EU might be something to consider. Do I really want to play on EU though? It's a great question. Maybe I'll queue in for this one. See how long it takes me to get into this server. Alright, looks like we're back in to a not so laggy server. We're gonna go for Dragon Delta here, just get more challenges in. Because we don't really have any other options. If we could, we would aqua stack like a gray or something. Sorry, not a gray, a crimson or a green. But none of those have appeared, so we'll just go for red. Basically, we're just aqua stacking anything we can get right now. This server does seem quite laggy though, I must say. I'm not sure what this Bronchial is doing. I thought this was supposed to be a not laggy server. I guess Asia really is just suffering from all this lag. Let's kill this slime up. Wow, the bomb bell on the right is going kind of crazy. I can't even see my mission. I might have to toggle that overlay off at some point, just so I can see my screen a bit more. Just gonna kill this guy. Yeah, the Asia server lag is kind of tough to deal with, but we have another rainbow there, which is kind of funny, but I don't think we need it. I think we're fine with just taking the aqua. Possible things we could aqua stack. You know, we could aqua stack a gray beacon. We could aqua stack a green beacon. And obviously if a crimson shows itself, then we will definitely aqua stack that. So hopefully one of those three is going to show up next. Ideally not all of them at the same time. Taking me a bit longer to kill these guys. Maybe I'm a bit of a noob. I'm just gonna pop my ult here. I think it took the server a bit longer to register that my ult was on, which is kind of unfortunate. I did lose a bit of mana, but that's okay. We did not get any of those. Okay, this is one of those scenarios where I will use a reroll to force something else out. I would take a green, but let's go for a gray here. Ideally, we can get something like backup beat, just feed us with a lot of rerolls for the whole run. Yeah, I think that would be the best. I mean, High Roller is okay as well. I feel like we'll get at least one of those two. Either that or Chronokinesis. Really those three things that I would be looking for in terms of missions. We're gonna have 5 mission options, so I think we'll get at least one of them, hopefully. It'd be really unfortunate if we get dealt none of them. Wow. Asia server is really laggy right now. I might switch to EU, but it's a bit harder to teleport around on EU ping. Justice Trick, Materialism, High Roller, Gormon, and Stasis. I guess we'll take High Roller. I actually would have preferred Chronokinesis or Backup Beat, but you know, you can't always get the missions you want. Our Crimson does appear there, which is kind of awkward. I don't know if I want to take him. I should just take the Crimson right now. Hopefully we don't get screwed over by the Crimson choices. I wonder whether it's better to delay the first Crimson Beacon, but you know, with so few rerolls here, I'm not really comfortable delaying it much longer than necessary, so I will take the first Crimson. Just get it out of the way, complete our, you know, missions, complete our trial, and then we can just focus on the rest of the run. If there's a way for us to build some pulls, that would be nice as well. I'm looking at maybe something like Chrono Trigger, you know, or maybe getting like a sacrifice, like maybe Ultimate Sacrifice. I think Hubris would be really nice as well. So yeah, Hubris, Ultimate Sacrifice, or Chrono Trigger. For me, it's really between those three. Yeah, I might switch to an EU server, but let's see. Huh. Side hustle, Dying Lights, or Treasury. I might just take Treasury Bill. I don't really want to get Side Hustle in, so let's do Treasury Bill. Unfortunately, we didn't get the trials that we wanted, but that's just how it is sometimes. I will go to an EU server because this is really hard to keep up with. Oh, actually... Well, that was fast. I think people sniped the server. Wow, people are re-queuing so fast. I think I will just go to an EU server and pass up on all of that. Okay, let's see what we can do. We need to get pulls, so we're just going to be taking purples and aqua stacked purples for the time being. I think getting the aqua stacked dark gray is also a possibility. Although that's going to invite a lot of curses, so... who knows. We need to get just, I think, 11 pulls? Yeah, no, 12 pulls, so... 2 aqua stacked purples should be enough. Although I'd much rather take an aqua stacked dark gray. And then be fine there. We're definitely gonna be going for the aqua here. And then just hoping we get an aqua stacked purple. Treasury bill is also a pretty nice way to just increase our pulls that we have, so I'm not complaining too much about it. It's not the best, but it works at this stage for what we need. Yeah, the inputs are like slightly delayed on these EU servers, but the things are moving much faster. Like the enemies are actually, you know, moving and attacking. I guess the Asia servers are just having a rough time today. But yeah, I think I will turn off the bomb belt overlay just so you can see how many how many pulls I need left for Treasury bill. Let's go to the supply wagon. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get an Aqua Stack purple next time. I mean, we could force it out, I guess, if we use our reroll. I don't know if we want to do that though. Could be a good thing to do, since we are losing pulls right now. Okay, let's see. 41 out of 51 pulls. Maybe I should have taken the alpha beacon actually. I'm not sure what I was doing. For some reason I was under the impression that I had that aqua stacked. That's pretty awkward. I think I've just made a mistake there. So I should have taken the aqua, because then I would be able to stack curses instead of me getting it slowly like this. So this is going to make my run a lot harder, which is a bit suboptimal. Let's go for that aqua. Okay. If I had mana to actually TP up there. Maybe I need to get a warp build. Let's go inside here. I will say though, this one takes a while to do, so we can expect to lose a bit more treasury pool here. This one is going to be a bit hard actually, now that I think about it. I think I blundered a lot by not taking that aqua previously. And now the enemies do like a decent amount of damage. Like, we're still surviving, no problem, but it's pretty rough. Oh, we got a radiant enemy over here. You always want to be careful around these guys, because they can do a lot of damage really quickly. I hope the last guy is not a radiant. Thank you. He just deals a lot of damage, but we can kill him pretty much from a range because we have a lot of AoE. Just gonna take spell damage there. I will take this Dark Ray. This might seem like a stupid decision if you're watching this, but I really just want to get Treasury Bill over and done with. And I think my build can handle... actually, I don't know. Can my build handle 30 curses without any good boons? I don't know. Well, we're gonna see. Either way, I just want to get Treasury Bowl over and done with. And that's Treasury Bowl done. Oh my days. Okay. So basically what the plan is now, so I'm gonna just take a couple of greens, and then hope I get something like Gambling Beast later on in the run. If I don't get Gambling Beast, I'm just going to end the run when I finish the second trial. That's pretty much all we're playing for now. Just waiting for that second trial to come. So that Crimson Beacon that just appeared, we don't really want to take that. we want to delay it because I want a bit more time. If you get Gambling Beasts, then you benefit from having a lot of time. So I want to aqua stack some greens first. You can only skip the crimsons up until you have about like 5 or 6 skips. So I can only skip that guy about 4 more times. I do also have the chance to force it out. So that makes me a bit more to skip it. Because I have Optimism, so I can force Crimson to come out pretty much whenever I want. As long as I have the rerolls to do so. But as you can see, now the enemies are starting to do a lot more damage. We have a 22.5% Radiance chance, which is pretty crazy. The Crimson appearing again is a bit unfortunate, which means I will be skipping it yet again. But I guess that's just how it is. So we've skipped it about 2 times. I don't know if we've skipped it 3 times. We'll say we've skipped it 3 times, just to be safe, right? I can only skip it like 2 more times, pretty much. Because if it keeps appearing on 3 beacon choices like this, I pretty much just have to take it at some point. Although I would like to delay it as much as possible. Wow, Crimson is just showing up. Okay, we've skipped it 4 times. We're just gonna let that happen, by the way. It's not ideal to skip it this much, but you know, sometimes it's just there. This guy's a Radiant enemy, so we have to kill him like right now. I'm gonna spend a few meteors actually to even get him out of the way. Gonna get my Chain Lightning in. Just put some tornadoes down there. For this mission, you always want to look out for the cannon guys, because those are the ones who are going to target you and just straight up kill you in a burst if you're not careful. And since I'm on like 20, maybe 30 curses right now, this is where it's really, really sketchy. Yep, so I'm dropping below like 8k HP for the defend missions. Really just stay alive. It's pretty much the best that you can hope for. We're gonna take a green here. If the green was not there, then I would have taken the pink, because having those rerolls are gonna be so crucial for us later on when we want to force out the crimson. But if there's an aqua stack green, then that should take priority over the pink, I think. Just gonna kill these guys as soon as I can. This cave is pretty easy, unless I get stuck like that. That is not so ideal. And we got the aqua beacon right below here, so we're gonna go here. And we're just gonna keep stacking greens. This is basically how you get a lot of rerolls. So just to recap, you get your run set up using Rainbow. You secure your run using an aqua stacked Rainbow. And then you play out the rest of the run by completing your missions. If you don't wanna play for Gambling Beasts, you can also play to just get a lot of high pulls. That also works, and then you can just end your run. I like playing for Gambling Beasts because even though it's not guaranteed it's gonna appear, when it does appear, it is a really nice feeling. So I do like playing with the greens, with the green beacons quite a lot. Yep, okay, so we got green, rainbow, and purple. I'm gonna take the green here yet again. Just stacking time a lot. You know, if you're still this far into the loot run and you're just watching this to see how Wynncraft players loot run, you know, comment down below any questions you have about loot running. I find this to be one of the most fun game modes personally. That you can find in the endgame. Raids are always fun, but they are a bit buggy right now, so I do like loot running quite a bit. I find there's a bit of a, you know, an adaptability aspect to it. You know, how well can you adapt to your missions? And there's also a lot of loot run camps to choose from. Every week it resets, so there's always the chance you get something new. Ooh, I just took a huge hit there. So we're gonna just heal up and run away for a bit. Need to defeat a couple more mobs, but should be fine. I think the chest is opening right about now. Just gonna camp that and get out of there. Let's see if we can get a green. Okay, so we can't get a green here. I would try to force it out, and I think I will. Normally I would take that red, but Dragon Delta is really hard to deal with. And we can see the Crimson Beacon coming up again, so we are gonna skip that Crimson Beacon. That is the last time we're gonna skip the Crimson Beacon, I think. Next time it shows up, we pretty much have to take it. Because I don't know if we can force it out any longer. Skipping him too many times, skipping Crimson Chan too many times, makes it so she doesn't want to show up too much. And I've had that kind of run before, where I've just ignored Crimson a bit too many times, and then I didn't have any way to like force her to come back, and she just disappeared at like challenge 60-ish. So that would have been a huge waste of time. You never really want to go too risky. That was a pretty good cycle there. We got 12 minutes. Next time Crimson comes out, again, we will be taking that. But for now, let's just stack greens. You might also be wondering about what boons you have, or what boons you should take, how many blue beacons you should take. Really, it depends on your build, how much you can handle the enemies. Like, even if you have the same strength of build, if you have a different class, like if you're not playing the Riftwalker, like I am here, you know, some challenges and some camps might be harder for you than others. So take as many blue boons as you need. I just got slimed out. Okay, so that's a sign that things are getting a bit too hard. Failing that green, or failing that aqua stack is a bit tough. But at least we didn't get an aqua and then die with the aqua active. I'm gonna take this pink here, just to make sure I get a bit of extra choice when I try to force out the crimson later. Or I can even try to force out some greens. Ideally, I don't force out the greens, because I might accidentally force out the crimson. But yeah, we're just gonna give ourselves a few more options here. Ideally, we can get an aqua right now. No aqua, so I think I'll go for the boon. Why not? Can never really hurt to get this blue. If I can even clear this challenge. Might die because these guys are really strong. But it's worth giving it a try at the very least. Might have to lock in a bit for this one. You always want to focus these guys. Yep, just chain lightning that. And next round I'm going to use my distortion. Just make sure you're healed up as much as possible. So right now I'm rift bound, and I'm just going to nuke these forges before they can even attack. And okay, we've managed to clear it. I would have liked some health boons. Okay, I have 30 curses active, which is really funny. I'm going to take... So I usually would take dexterity here just to get 64 points. I'm gonna take the 40 defense, even though it's less than what it could be. I think it's worth the extra survivability over dexterity. And I do deal fire damage anyways, so it's not bad in terms of boosting my damage a bit. Really, you just want to have enough effective HP to tank a few hits. So you don't die like I did just now. Yeah, playing with 30 curses active is a bit rough, but we have a few boons to offset it, thankfully. Again, it all depends on how strong your build is, right? If you know that you can't really handle all of the curses, then you should not take them. And if you think you can, then you might as well try. Because you can always push the odds a bit in your favor by adding a few boons here and there. We're gonna go for a rare dragon bone here, just get an extra green. By clearing this, our timer is gonna go to above 1 hour, which I would say is a pretty comfortable spot to go for a gambling beast or like the next Crimson Beacon. If the Crimson's gonna show up, you know, I might have to force it out, but I'm not gonna force it too much. I'm just gonna wait and see if it appears naturally. I'm just gonna keep aqua stacking regular greens. If Crimson comes, then we'll take it. If it doesn't come by challenge 50, 60, we'll try to force it out using our beacon rerolls. And if we see a vibrant pink, like on the chance that we don't get a green and don't get a crimson, I think I will take the pink just so we have like an insurance. This is kind of awkward. We don't have any we don't have any kind of aqua stack, so I will just extend the challenges a bit. I imagine this loot run is gonna go until like challenge 60, 70, around there. I imagine challenge 70 is a pretty safe place. So getting these red beacons are perfectly okay, even though they're not aqua stacked. Okay, we got supply wagon. I think we managed to clear supply wagon. So as long as we take care of the cannons, we should be good. It still is a bit risky, don't get me wrong, because we are on 30 curses after all. And the challenges are getting harder and harder. I need to kill this guy. We absolutely need to kill that guy as fast as possible. If the cannon is radiant, then definitely just slime him out. Like, it's okay tanking a bit of damage on the objective. You just put all your attention into killing the cannon, really. This guy too, you gotta kill him. You know, he's not radiant, so he's not the worst, but still pretty sketchy. He will still be able to deal damage. Like that guy, it's pretty rough, but challenge is over, so we managed to get the... Oh! Well, we just got a box mythic. Would you look at that? Box mythics are pretty nice. I will take that. Thank you very much. I hope that's a warp. Or that would be really nice. Ain't that nice? Oh. So yeah. That was pretty unexpected, but you know, always welcome to get box mythics. Just a lot of free money. We're taking this extra green here right after that because we have an aqua stack running, so just make sure we don't die or do anything stupid. The dragon is radiant, so I have to be really careful. Oh, I'm so lucky I pre-fired the heal on that. Did you see how much HP I dropped down to here? That was crazy. I'm gonna take the spell damage. But yeah, so especially when the radiant enemy happens to be the boss enemy, that's when like you can get one shot like I almost did there. But luckily I pre-fired some of the heals. Like even on these regular enemies, I might be in a bit of trouble. So I got to really focusing. It's gonna be really sketchy. Just make sure I try to kill everyone as soon as I can. You gotta teleport around a lot. Just kill everyone using these teleports. I'm gonna pop ult here. And wave forward with my ult is really good, because then I can just nuke everyone. And it's pretty much a free clear. Okay, I think we'll take the pinks. We would like to take greens, of course, but if vibrant pink shows up, and there's no vibrant green or vibrant crimson, we will just take the pink. Because we know we have Optimism, and we can force out crimson later using the beacon rerolls we get. My spell cycle is kind of sus here, but... Oh, and a bit of server lag. But that's okay. I mean, like, this thing is gonna go down eventually, so... I'm not too concerned about the timing of it. I had someone ask me recently what my ideal what my ideal cycle would be for Riftwalker. And my answer to that is it doesn't really matter too much, because Riftwalker is overall a lot more balanced of an archetype now, I think. So as long as you're not doing anything stupid, you can just teleport around and kind of let your Rift and your tornadoes do a lot of the damage for you. So I think that's one thing that's pretty cool about Rift now. It's a lot less focused on the ultimate ability than it used to be. Just gonna kill this guy. He's not Radiant, so we don't have to lock in that much. Although, if you let him hit you, then I guess he can take a lot of damage. Just gonna Chain Lightning here. I think I'll save the ult for the next challenge. Let's see. We will take the Vibrant Red here, just to extend our challenges to challenge 70. Like, keep in mind we'll probably be forcing the Crimson pretty soon. I would say like at challenge 58, 59, I will definitely be forcing the Crimson. So having the next few challenges prepared so that I can use Gambling Beast is pretty ideal. Having the ult on these defend missions is pretty neat, I guess. It saves you like 17, well not 17, saves you like 10 seconds of just flying around without any damage coming to your totem. And then the rest of the time you can just chill. There we go. Let's get the purple here, because we want to go back to aqua stacking greens. Also, just now, the reason why I took the green was because if I took the aqua there to try and aqua stack green, it would not work. Because green doesn't appear twice in a row. Because green and aqua appeared twice there, I could not take the aqua to try and aqua stack green again. Because green would definitely not appear on the next one. So that's why I just took the regular green without aqua stacking it. Gonna just kill this guy. Hopefully we can get a green on the next one. I mean, I guess Crimson is also kind of welcome at this point. And we do get a green, which is nice. I don't think Windtill's detected it, so it didn't appear at the top right, but you can see the icon. So we should be alright. Any Radiant enemies? We do. So just make sure to pre-fire the heals up a bit. You know, being on an archetype that can self-heal is always really nice, because you don't have to worry about potioning up or anything like that. If you're on an archetype and you're loot running where you can't self-heal, just do be a bit careful, because the bosses can really shred your HP. I think I will just ult here and just destroy this. See what kind of choice we get. Yep, that looks like a green again. So I will go all the way over here. And it's another destroy objective, which is always really nice to see, because these ones go by really fast. Alright, let's nuke this guy now. Just put a few meteors in. You don't even really need to go Riftbound, but... Oh, we have... Wow, that's so bad. I'm gonna take the Aqua. I don't know if this is gonna be bad. You should not skip Crimson like this, but I really want the Crimson to be on 4 choices instead of 3, so that I can get Gambling Beast. I might even just try to force it out next beacon. Maybe I'll be greedy and just wait for one more. I'm really playing greedy over here, because if I don't take that Crimson, it might not ever show up again, but we'll test and see whether my counting is correct here. I'm not sure if I've skipped it 6 or 7 times. Let's take the green. And next round, if we see a Crimson, then fine, we'll take it. But hopefully we don't see the Crimson just appear randomly. We can take an Aqua, and then we can force the Crimson to come out. Oh, this guy's a Radiant. Hold on. There we go. You just got to be really careful. If you get too close, he's just gonna nuke you. I'm gonna take the boon here. See, I could reroll and try to get an Aqua Beacon, but it's very likely that I get the Crimson Beacon too, and I don't want to skip it one more time. So what I'm hoping for is next Beacon, I get an Aqua, and then the beacon after that, I'll force out the Crimson. Because we're nearing challenge 60. Really, we should be taking the second Crimson already. We do have a lot of time. So, got plenty of nice rerolls for Gambling Beast. And we should be alright there. But hopefully we can maximize as many rolls from this run as possible. Mana regen is actually really nice. I do need that. Okay, so we got an Aqua. This is perfect. On the next beacon after this, we are forcing out Crimson using all of our rerolls if we have to. Because we have Optimism, I think it's still doable. I hope I haven't skipped Crimson enough. Like, the two ways you can not get the second Crimson is number one, you skip it too many times, or number two, too many challenges go by. In terms of challenges, I've had the Crimson come by at challenge like 60 something, so we should be okay on that. My only concern is if we did skip it too many times. I think we've already skipped 6 times, if not. I don't think we've skipped it 7 times. I would have had to horribly miscount if we skipped it 7 times. So it starts to disappear around 6 to 7 times. So no green. I'm going to skip that. I don't want these. I'm going to skip that. There we go. We can get to force the Crimson out, and we will definitely be taking that. So yeah, that is just one of the perks of Optimism. Even with just 2 beacon rerolls, you can force out the Crimson late game, you can force out the Rainbow early game, you can force out some greens in the middle of the run if you have a lot of beacon rerolls. It really just allows you to dictate how your run goes. It basically just puts the run into your own hands. And that's what I love about Optimism, really. If you can get it in the first 2 missions, I would highly, highly recommend it. Now, of course, hopefully we get Gambling Beast from this, because it would be pretty awkward if we did all of this green stacking and we did not get Gambling Beast. But you know, there's a bit of gambling in everything, so you can just kind of have to accept it. I thought I dropped my Mythic, but should be okay. And okay, this is an example of where you don't get Gambling Beasts and everything is really sad. I wonder what I should do. I could take Side Hustle. I could take Hubris. Hubris gives me a sacrifice and a reroll. Side Hustle gives me 2 rerolls. I don't want to do this. This is going to be really hard to do right now. So it's either one of these two. But I also don't want to die. I think I'm just going to do this. Sacrifice all of my time. And go and open some chests. So we have a bit of chests running to do. Luckily I do know the locations of lots of chests in Rodoroc. So we should be okay. I just gotta keep track of the time. And make sure I don't run out of it. Yeah, I did not think I would ever choose Hubris over Side Hustle. Sorry, Side Hustle over Hubris, but here we are. Sometimes the game forces you into making some decisions. No Gambling Beast for this one, which is a shame. I think we would have gotten like a sick amount of rerolls if we did. Just gonna go up here, open some more chests. And I think it's actually ideal if we take the yellow, which is kind of funny. You do get 1 minute every time you start a challenge. So I have to make sure I never take Dragon Delta. Basically Dragon Delta or Entombed Elementals, because I cannot clear those within a minute and 15 seconds. Side hustle can get really stressful if you just let the timer run. I'm taking the yellow here because I want to get more chests. And okay. Supply wagon always going to be good here because it's a yellow beacon. I'm going to see if I can squeeze the most I can get out of this time. Just open as much chests as I can. Because the moment I'm done with this, I am just going to manually end the run. There's no point really pushing the run even further. Oh, it would have been sick if I hit that right click. There we go. Kind of know these loot chests a bit by heart. When we go down to like 30 seconds, I think I'm gonna go back to supply wagon. Actually, I think we can afford to go inside here. Just open all the chests and let's not play too risky. Let's just go back, get our yellow beacons. So you never run out of time on a mission like this because, of course, you are on a timer of 30 seconds, so doing this mission on side hustle is perfectly fine. I just have to make sure to kill the cannoneer, and we should be okay. Just kill this other cannon guy, making sure I don't die in the process. And if I have ult, I'm just gonna pop it, just shred this guy. And we should be okay. Make sure the objective stays a bit healthy too. That was a bit sketchy. But I think we're okay. This is nice. I get 48% spell damage. Okay. Let's see. What other chest do I know about? I know there's a chest inside here. I don't know if I want to go for Frigid Hollow because that yellow is pretty sketchy. I wonder what's the ideal. I think I will go here and take this chest. And I will take this chest also. And then I think I'll end it off with Frigid Hollow. Is there another chest I can get? Okay, I think we have enough. I think we have enough. There's a chest back here. So with the... Well, this is actually going to be really hard to clear in a minute and 15. Hold on, I need to lock in for this. Because the boss, if he's Radiant, then it's going to take me so long to shred him down. I need to go fast on this. I have 1 minute to kill this guy. Okay, he's not Radiant, that's good. I just have to not die to this guy, and we will have successfully completed the run. Okay, there we go. 40 seconds to spare. And... I mean, we get a boon, which is nice. Okay, and we're done with side hustle. We are just gonna manually end the run here. Because there's no point in trying to continue it. We only have 1 minute left. We will have to take some greens. We don't have any missions that can get us a lot of pulls. So we will be surrendering. I mean, only 154 pulls and like barely any rerolls, but side hustle is going to help us with that. We have 4 rerolls. So 164 times 5. You times by 5 because you have the first pull and then you have the 4 rerolls. So that's 5 pulls essentially. 164 times 5 is like 820. So even on a dead run like this, we still get 800 pulls, which is nice. And obviously we have the box mythic from here. So let's hope we get a mythic from here. If I get a mythic, I'm just gonna accept it. Because I'm not really looking to get a high value mythic with this little amount of pulls. So anything is welcome really. We get no Mythic over here, that's okay. We're just gonna reroll. That amount of LE is not worth taking. You always want to go for the Mythic here. Any Mythic is really good. Corking Insulator, fantastic. I think we will just be taking that. Yeah, you might be tempted to just reroll again, but you should always just take this. Corking Insulators are like 2 stacks of LE, so you never don't take this really. Looking at the legendaries here, I'm not too familiar with well, I do know Libra and Darkshroud. Yes, Neptuf Lightbringer as well. Darkshroud can be decently priced if you get a god roll, so I'm just gonna take those in case I get a god roll on that. So overall, let's see what our box mythic was. Maybe this was a lot more profitable, even without Gambling Beast. I will just identify these first. Let's see what we get here. Any god rolls? No god rolls, so we will be quick selling that. But we will reveal the mythic, and we'll just see what one it is. And we get Gaia. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. The only issue with Gaia is that, I mean, I guess it used to be really good. In terms of prices, it's always been just worth very little. It's only 1 stack, I think. But it used to be usable in when you had old Riftwalker. Because I think it used to be used for the Ice Snake cost. And that was used to build up the ultimate time-locked ability. Before Fruma dropped. So now I don't really see a use for Gaia much. I will just check Gaia's prices. Just see what I can put it up for. 54 LE, so not even a stack. So that's fine. Let's put it up for like 50 LE. And you know, that's just how it is sometimes. Let's see how much an insulator is. 2 stacks, okay. Let's do that. Let's try to fish a bit more. There we go. Let's do that. So yeah, that has been this loot run. Probably about 3 stacks in total. By the time we're done with the run, 50 minutes, not too bad. Obviously could have been a lot more, but you know, we're fine with the outcome. We get a mythic, an unboxed mythic, so can't really complain. That is going to be all for this loot run, so thank you for watching. Get out of here. Bye-bye.